There we are.
There you are. Okay, fantastic. So then if you guys see yourself, you can feel free to share it. And we will get started here. Hi everybody, and welcome to our event tonight. Welcome to our event tonight. Tonight we have a very special event that focuses on dragons and angels. And tonight it's going to be led and presented by Rachel Cooley and Jill Stein. I'm going to read a little bit about Jill Stein and her background. Just to introduce her, she's one of our amazing healers on Higher Healing, and she is a dragon master and also a birth. What's it called? What is the title of your
Prenatal medium.
prenatal medium? I always forget. Pardon me. So let me read a little bit about Jill. So through the law of attraction and an understanding of how powerful a manifestation mindset and a strong spiritual foundation can be, Jill has created a life for herself that is filled with peace, joy every day. Her passion in life is to help others attain the same. So during your session with Jill, she hosts sessions for working with your dragons. She will help you navigate the challenges in your life and attract what you desire by working with your guides, angels, dragons, and ancestors. These loving beings want to help you with their love, messages, and support. So Jill is a graduate of the several spiritual development programs, including Echo Bodine's Psychic Development and Rachel Cooley's Angel Certification. And now I'm going to introduce Rachel Cooley, who is an angel therapy practitioner, and she is an angel mentor with 21 years of experience. She connects with her guides, with her angels, and assists them in receiving messages and healing energy. She also empowers and teaches her clients how to connect with her angels on a daily basis and receive their messages, and to receive them so that they can apply their choices with less anxiety, stress, worries, and fear. She also has a angel certification program titled Your Miraculous Life, and she is a co-author of an inspiring book called 365 Days of Angel Prayers. She has a YouTube channel which she posts weekly angel card reading videos, so please do check her out. It's going to be wonderful to connect with her and work with her as well. So without further ado, in our round table tonight we have Tammy Langowski. And Tammy, you can give a shout out to your business and what you do.
Oh, sure. Thank you. I'm really excited about this event, ladies. To be here and being a part of it. I'm Tammy Langowski, and I offer intuitive readings with clairaudience, clairvoyance, and you can find me at tammysintuitive.com. And I post channeled messages on my website and also on Instagram and Facebook.
Wonderful. And we also have Kathleen Zemansky.
Good evening, everyone. So amazing to be here again with these amazing healers. I'm so excited about angels and dragons tonight and learning something new. But what I do, I am a business feng shui master and astrologer. So I handle person, space, and time and universe. And so it's a holistic package of really kind of setting yourself up for success. I mostly work with businesses. You can find me at higherhealing.com or my own website at 5elementsgroup.com. Awesome. Back to you, Geraldine.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and let Jill and Rachel begin their class tonight. And if you guys really love this topic and are excited about learning about angels and dragons, please do share the video so that more people can join us. And here we go. Jill and Rachel, I'll send it off to you.
Yay, thank you so much, Geraldine. Thank you so much, ladies. We're so excited that you're here. What a powerful group we have tonight. We are here to share with you all about angels and dragons. And if this is a new topic for you, we just really invite you to open your mind and open your heart so that you can feel into what resonates with you, with what we share with you tonight, because you might learn some things that just really affect you. This might be your night to just have your heart open to this new, really, really powerful way of being in the world. And if you are familiar with angels and or dragons, we're so excited that you're here. We love to have that collective group of people that love these amazing beings as much as we do. And we're just really excited. We're going to share with you about the angels, about the dragons, and we're also going to do a couple of very powerful visualizations. So we're super excited about that. So without further ado, we are going to start talking about angels because they're so amazing. And Rachel, my gorgeous, wonderful earth angel, take it away. Tell us about angels.
I will. Thank you so much, Jill. I'm so thrilled to be co-teaching with you tonight. It's such a thrill to be here with you. And I am here tonight to share with you, everyone, about the angels, the angelic realm, and how they can support you in your life and how we can receive signs that they are with us. So I will begin by sharing that the angels are completely unconditionally loving, non-denominational beings of light, celestial beings of light, the messengers of God, here to help us in all areas of our lives. And they want to help us through these intense times more than ever to know, number one, that we're not alone, and that with connection with the angelic realm and our own personal dear angels, blessings and miracles really are here for us despite the intense times that we're in during this COVID time. So I wanted to start out with that. And I also wanted to share different ways in which that we can get messages from angels, these divine angelic beings of light that are here to support us. They let us know that they're with us in various beautiful ways, including through feathers, finding feathers on your path, or maybe when you've asked for divine support, as a sign of confirmation that they heard your request for help, that they really are here, that they're hearing your prayers, and they want to give you some physical evidence that they're real. So that's exciting, finding feathers. I love that, especially in unexpected places. So that is extra magical and special. And the angels also can bring us signs that they're around us through music. This could be driving along the road, you turn on the radio and a very special song to you that's meaningful comes on the radio, and it feels very timely, that beautiful angelic message coming through the music. And they also come to us through the physical world through numbers, through sequences of numbers with 3 numbers in a row. 444 is one of the ones that a lot of my clients see in my students. And that is really letting us know that we're not alone, that the divine is with us. And there's many other interpretations within the numbers, but I wanted to share out with that intro that they can come to us through numbers, which is really awesome. So I also wanted to share that communicating with the angels is a beautiful way to co-create with the divine to bring in messages and blessings to you in your life through you really giving that permission for them to help you. And that is an important piece because we as humans, and it's a beautiful thing, but we are at choice and we have free will. So we are encouraged with the angels to exercise our free will and to ask for them to help us in our lives. And when we do that, that is what opens up the doors for them to really help us even more in our lives through that active participation and saying, please help me, please help me. And they always come through. They always come through, right, Jill? I know you've experienced that. Yes.
Oh, so often angels, they're just so wonderful. And I know this story, but I would love to for you to share with everybody else about your journey into working with the angels. Like when did you first experience this magic and how were you inspired to continue with your work?
Awesome. Thank you for asking, Jill, and for reminding me that I was going to share that. Thank you. So I would share my path of the angels really started out by my mom introducing me to spirituality in my early 20s. And it was a new path for her. And she started sharing with me her journey, and it was super inspiring. And along the way, I started receiving books about angels. And I love reading about people's stories with them, but it was a couple years later that I experienced my own miraculous story with the angels, which is what Jill's referring to. And that was back in 1998. It was Thanksgiving weekend, the Sunday. My brother at the time, actually he's there now, was living in Ashland, Oregon. And my mom and I visited him for a long weekend, and we were driving back into California. And soon after we got into California, the weather conditions, it was winter, but the weather conditions dramatically shifted. And suddenly I was driving the vehicle, I was driving upon black ice. And what happened was I started losing control of our car. And in my sheer panic about that crazy, scary situation, I started braking. And I know you're not supposed to brake, but I wasn't thinking rationally. And what happened was a miraculous, angelic experience. And that was, I heard in my left ear a female voice. I know it was my guardian angel at the time. I didn't know who it was, but I just knew this voice was coming through to save me and help me and my mom in this dramatic situation. And I was guided, get your foot off the brake. It was her voice was clear, direct, just straightforward and direct. And I briefly thought, what? And I got again, get your foot off the brake. And it was really a miracle. I think about it, time totally slowed down because it was like split seconds, right, or critical in that moment. And I took my foot off the brake. I listened to this guidance that I received, and it was a total miracle. I also feel that I was guided and helped steering out of the situation. But we got over like 3 lanes over without hitting any other car, all the way over to the shoulder of the road in a perfectly safe spot in a snowbank right next to a truck stop. This is in 98, before cell phones were prevalent. And even if there was, I don't know if I had a signal. And I was able to call for help. And that is my amazing wake up call story of leading me to the angels. And from there, so many miracles happened on my path that led me even more down my path of the angels to my original certification program within about 6 months of that event. So that's the story that Jill's referring to. So powerful.
So powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So let's segue over, Jill. Let's hear one of your stories, and let's segue into the dragons. And what miracles have you experienced with them?
Excellent. So very similar to getting to know and working with the angels is getting to know and working with the dragons. And this started for me several years ago when I was at a conference in Santa Cruz, and I was on my way back from dinner with a gal, and she started talking about dragons. And I had never even heard the dragons were a real thing at that point. And as I'm walking down the street, after she had shared with me a little bit about her experience with starting to work with the dragons, I heard a voice, and he said, "I'm Landon." And I knew immediately that he was my dragon, and my heart just opened, and it was almost like memories of knowing just kind of came back to me. And I didn't have images, I didn't know all the details, but it just felt so familiar to open myself up to this amazing being. And you know, in all of my work with my guides, because I've been talking to my guides for at least the last 20 years, and, you know, everything that I do, the most love I've ever experienced and received is from the dragons. They are such an amazing, loving creature, and they can help us in so many ways. And they're really big fans of giving you signs. Just like the angels, they love to give you signs, and I'm a sign junkie. I so get off on seeing signs and getting that communication that I'll just ask for it every day. And one of my favorite ones with my dragons was after I first met Landon. I was driving to pick up my daughter, and I said, "You know what? On this trip, I would really like some validation because I think you're red. I see you as red, but I'd really like to know that that's the case." And so after I picked her up, we were driving home on the freeway, and she said to me, "Look at the license plate on that car in front of us." And that actually said, "Chill, Jill. that was the vanity plate on the car, and it was a red Corvette. So I'm like, I guess that means he's probably red and he's really badass. He's saying, not only am I red, but I'm super, super cool. Because he didn't pick like an old junker Pinto station wagon like I had when I was in high school. He picked a really nice Corvette. So I thought that was super, super fun. And I have so many stories like that. Um, but I just really encourage you to start opening your heart. And dragons, there's something about not just dragons but angels too. When you think about an angel or you think about a dragon, they're immediately with you. That is all it takes. Either because you needed them and you thought of them and they heard that thought and came to you, or they're there and that's why you're thinking about them. And just like the angels, there's signs that kind of show you that a dragon is with you. Like there's many different kinds of dragons, and we're going to talk in a little while about some of the main ones. But air dragons, sometimes if you see curtains blowing and it's not really windy, or all the windows are closed in the house, or a flame on a candle flickers, that can mean that an air dragon is with you. Other things like really specific visual signs. Shortly after my mother met her dragon, she was out on a walk and she was kind of thinking about her dragon, and she came right around the corner. She even walked a little further than she normally does on her walk. And there was a truck sitting right there with a big dragon sticker right on the bumper of it. And that was her dragon's way of saying, yes, you're right, I'm with you, you're hearing me, which is so special. Seeing the word dragon. And in clouds, we talk about clouds a lot. And sometimes you'll look up and you'll see an angel or a dragon in the clouds. And sometimes that's an actual dragon, because when they're there, the clouds condensate around their energy and it makes that shape. And so when you see that, really, how can a cloud look like that? It's because of that. So there's so many wonderful, neat, exciting ways to know that the dragons are with you. And we're going to, without further ado, we are going to take you through our first really powerful visualization tonight, because we're going to do one with angels and we're going to do one with dragons. And we're also going to talk a little bit about how angels and dragons actually work together. That's big, huh? A lot of people don't really think about that the angels and the dragons could be working together, but they do. So we're going to talk about that in a little while too. But first, Rachel is going to take us through a very powerful visualization specific to clearing your energy, to clearing away anything negative that's around you, anything that's kind of getting in your way. And she's going to call in the angels. And when Rachel does this, it's so powerful. It's so amazing. She's divinely inspired every time she does it. Every time I'm with her and she does it for me, I just feel like a new person afterwards. I'm super excited that we're going to get to do this for you tonight. So I'm going to step back and Rachel's going to step in and take you through our first visualization for tonight. So I invite you just to sit back and get comfortable and just love this process.
Oh, thank you, dear Jill. So I am here now, as you just heard Jill intro. I'm going to bring you into an experience with the angels, everyone, so you can feel what it's like to allow your divine beings of angels to surround you and to bless you and to clear your energy. So let's gently get into a comfortable space, letting go if you happen to be multitasking, landing and present here in this beautiful moment, whether you're here live or on the replay. And I invite you, as we begin, to gently exhale out your breath and taking in a new fresh breath in, gently exhaling out, landing present here in this beautiful moment. And as you do so, we pray in, dear God, dear angels, dear archangels, in particular, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. Thank you so much for being so strongly present with each and every one of us right here, right now, this evening. And as you take in a new fresh breath in, dear ones, and gently exhale out, we invite as we begin for each one of us, our own personal dear guardian angels, to gather in extra strongly present with each one of us, and to envelop and to surround each one of us right here, right now, with your unconditionally loving, crystalline, healing white light. So, dear ones, as you gently continue to breathe in and exhale out, I invite you, as you breathe in and out, to allow yourself to even imagine, if you like, this beautiful orb of white light surrounding you right here, right now, and gently breathing in and exhale out, breathing in and allowing yourself to receive the blessings and the light and the healing energy that your angels are beaming down upon you now and continuously. And as you exhale out, dear ones, I invite you to exhale out any stress you may be feeling or you are feeling in this moment, letting that go. Consciously breathing in again, angelic light. Exhaling out any stress connected to any physical tension in your body, letting that go. We'll do a few exhales of that. Exhaling out physical tension and stress. Breathing in again, angelic light. Exhaling out any particular area of your body that is feeling tight or areas, letting that go. As we also invite, as we breathe in and out, our angels to continue to clear our energy, along with the powerful archangels, Michael and Raphael. Michael, the archangel of protection, and Raphael, the divine archangel of healing. Knowing that with your angels and these archangels, they are literally clearing your energy with you as you breathe in and out, dear ones, all the way down to your cells and DNA, clearing and releasing you of any and all energies that do not serve you, including any worries on any level. I invite you to exhale them out, dear ones, one by one. Any worry on any level that is not serving you in any way, letting that go. Breathing in angelic light and comfort. And let's exhale out any fears we may be feeling on any level, letting them go one by one. And if there's a big particular fear that's on your mind, I invite you to exhale that out more than one time. Allowing your angels, along with Michael, powerful clearer of any energies that do not serve us, to clear all of those effects, consciously or unconsciously, from you. And let's do some more conscious breaths before we come to our grounding point. Just breathing in again, divine angelic light, healing, pure energy, and exhaling out again, dear ones, any other energy that is not serving you, letting that go. We're going to do 3 more conscious breaths to clear with the angels. Breathing in again, allowing miracles to fill your heart, mind, and body, even if you don't know how it's going to happen, and just exhaling out anything else that is not serving you. And we invite Michael to add in a vacuum to vacuum away anything else from our physical bodies and the physical spaces that we're in that are not serving us. And let's do 2 more powerful inhales and exhales to clear. Breathing in again, exhaling out. And let's do 1 more powerful clearing breath in, dear ones, and exhaling out again. Letting go of all that energy that's not serving you. And we invite right now your angels, along with Archangel Michael and Raphael, to take up and away from you and to clear from you, dear ones, all that energy that you just cleared, taking it all up and away from you and up to God, up to the light, for cleansing, for purification, for transmutation, for your highest goods. And as you breathe in again and gently exhale out, we invite for each one of us that our dear angels return by our side, adding in a beautiful shield of their white light to surround us in all directions, radiating out 20 feet beyond us, a pure angelic light and love, blessings. And now we invite dear Raphael, the healing archangel, to join us and to surround us with his emerald green healing lights, sealing in all healing that is here for you right now, dear ones. And as we breathe in again and exhale out, we invite dear Archangel Michael to return by our sides and enveloping us in his royal blue and purple lights of protection, of love, of comfort. And we consciously now invite you to place your hand upon your hearts, dear one, your heart, and let's thank them. You can thank them silently or out loud. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Raphael, for this clearing. I am so grateful. And as you breathe in again and exhale out, dear ones, we're going to do a slow count back from 4 to 1. And then we'll come back present and check in and tap in with Jill here at 4. As we breathe in and exhale out, I invite you, dear ones, to feel yourself fully supported on the surface where you are. And at 3, as you breathe in again and exhale out, gently moving your fingers, moving your toes, coming back more into this divine moment, feeling refreshed and renewed. Noticing how you're feeling since before we started and how you're feeling now. At 2, as you breathe in again and exhale out, I invite you to move, maybe stretch a little bit, or move your fingers or your toes. And as we come back into 1, as you breathe in and exhale out, I invite you back present here in this moment after this powerful angelic experience. Love to see in the comments later on how you're feeling now. And I want to segue over to dear Jill.
Thank you for that. Oh, I hope everybody feels wonderful.
Awesome.
That was wonderful. You can always come back and listen to the replay when you want that again. You can also always do that with yourself and just ask the angels to come and help you with clearing. So with that, I really want to let you know, we're going to go back to dragons for a little while, and we're going to talk about some different types of dragons. There are a lot of different types of dragons. So we're just going to kind of do the quick and dirty, some of the main ones and what they can help you with. And I actually have some pictures, and I'm just going to hold them up to the camera. They're from an oracle deck that I have. If you don't know what an oracle deck is, they're cards that we pull. And a lot of times we pull the most amazing cards that are just meant for what you need to hear. And we can look at them and we can get inspired by the messages coming through them. And this amazing deck is by a wonderful woman named Diana Cooper, and she has a dragon deck. They're all dragons and they all have different messages. So the imagery on these are just amazing. But as I share them with you, I'm going to give you a few seconds with each one, and I really want you to look into the screen and notice if you're more attracted to one dragon or the other. Because if you are, there's a very good chance that your guardian dragon might be that type of dragon. And then you could focus on learning a little bit more about that. So the first dragon that I am going to share with you is the fire dragon. This is what Landon is. And fire dragons are so amazing because their specialty, one of their big specialties, is to burn up negative energy. And they are so wonderful. Anytime that you're just feeling like a space has a negative energy around it and you'd like to lift it up, or if you're going somewhere, you can send them ahead of you and say, I would like to invoke a fire dragon to come and clear the space where I'm going this afternoon so that it can just feel better when I get there. So fire dragons are so wonderful, and they bring us strength. They give us, they make us brave. because they're very powerful and they're very protective. Whenever you feel like you need to be protected, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, um, if you're feeling alone, bring in a fire dragon to help protect you. It's so, so wonderful. So the next one we're going to talk about is the water dragon. This is one of my favorite pictures from this deck. Water dragons are so amazingly beautiful. They tend to be green and they're kind of smoother, like a snake, as opposed to as many scales. And water dragons, if you imagine what water does when it's flowing, like say down a river or a stream or even waves, it goes around things with ease and grace. So when you're feeling like there's obstacles in your way, or you can't find your way, or you're just kind of stuck, what's going to help you with that? Be like water and just flow downstream. And water dragons can really help you with that. The other thing that water dragons can do is they can help us with our health. Because what are we made up of? I don't know the exact thing, but it's like 70% water, right? Our cells are water. And when you're wanting to heal your body, water dragons can be really big to help you with that. So you can call in water dragons for that. We're going to talk about a little bit about earth dragons. Earth dragons are typically brownish in color, and they really help you stay grounded. So if you're suffering from brain fog, or you just can't stay focused, or you just don't feel right, that means you're not grounded. And earth dragons, whenever you're doing a grounding ceremony or you need to feel more grounded to the earth, call in an earth dragon. They can really, really help you with that. And they can help you with gardening. When you're doing any gardening or any working with plants or the earth, call them in to help you, and they'll help everything be healthier and grow better. I have a friend who's going to be moving at some point, and she's actually sent the earth dragons ahead of her to get her new perfect garden ready for her when she arrives. So that's a wonderful thing about earth dragons. And the last one is the air dragon. So air dragons are so amazing. They can help blow negative energy away. A lot of times when I'm working with the fire dragons to burn up energy, I'll bring in the air dragons to help blow all of that negative energy away. They can also help us with breathing. If you have any breathing issues, if you have asthma or emphysema, anything that affects your breathing, bring in the air dragons, because they can help you breathe more deeply, which is wonderful. They also help improve communication, because we're using our breath when we communicate through our mouth. And they can help us rise above challenges. So if you're experiencing challenges in your life. And there's one more dragon. I didn't pull a picture of her, but I always love to share this one, because the pink dragons help us with harmlessness. And I invoke the pink dragons. We rescue a lot of kitties, and we have to get them to know that we're not going to hurt them. Or I even was working with a goose that was wandering around our neighborhood one day, and they can help children and animals know that you're harmless. And when you bring in the pink dragons, they can help you with that. And this goose was hiding behind a car, and I was calling her, and I didn't know what she needed. And so I called in the pink dragon to help me with that. And as soon as I brought in that dragon, the goose came dip, 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 patting out to me, and I got the clear message that she needed water. So I went in and I got her a big bowl of water, and she stuck her head in it, and she drank and she drank and she drank. And the next morning she had gone. So I think she had gotten the energy to fly away, and I had gotten that wonderful message and helped her by working with my pink dragon. So that's just a little taste of all the different dragons and what they can do and how they can help you. So, and speaking of types, we want to hear a little bit. Can you share with us, Rachel, just maybe a couple of the main archangels that you work with, and how we can call them in to help us with specific areas in our lives?
Yes, thank you, Jill. I love all your stories about all the different dragons and how they can help us. So awesome. So when we did that clearing meditation a little bit ago, dear ones, we worked with, in addition to our guardian angels, our own personal angels that are with us our entire lives. Those are our guardian angels. They're also the archangels, the chief messengers of God. And two of the main archangels that I work with a lot in the work, the healing work that I do, and in my angel certification program, are Archangel Michael and Raphael. So I wanted to also do some pictures as well. So I don't want to hide my face. This is Archangel Michael. This is a powerful image of Archangel Michael and showing his strength. And he is the Archangel of protection. So he has his sword and his shield to show his mighty strength. And he can help us, dear ones, with protection. He can help us as well with our life purpose also. So he's a powerful archangel to call upon if you're not feeling safe on any level. He also is an amazing clearer of energy, which is why we also call him in during that clearing. So he can also clear any heavy or fear-based energy around you or in any environment that you're in, whether it's your home or work or anywhere that you're going. So I invite you to call upon Michael to support you with any of those situations. And when you're driving, if you're not feeling safe, call upon Michael. You can also call upon him to protect and watch over your loved ones, your children, anyone you're concerned about, or even someone you're hearing about in the news and you want to call upon this protective archangel to be with them. We also have, my next card I'm going to show is Raphael. Raphael is the Archangel of Healing. I'm trying to get this straight, but it's like a little bit funny with the way I'm doing this. But Raphael is the Archangel of Healing, and he can help us to clear and release anything physical or emotional that is not serving us, and to bring in divine healing energy with this amazing, gentle, yet powerful archangel who can help us with any physical things that are happening, whether it is any illness, whether it is something physical, like maybe you hurt your arm or your knee. You can call upon Raphael, and he works with his powerful emerald green healing light to beam in healing energy to you. So you can invite him to help you with that. And also, if you're feeling emotionally upset on any level, or you know of a loved one in emotional distress, so a lot of people in intense emotional distress these days. So I invite you to remember that you can call upon Raphael to help yourself and to help others in your life with any of these situations. So those are some information. That was some beautiful information about these powerful archangels. And I invite you and I encourage you to call upon them to help you in your life and see what miracles happen. So where are we now, Jill?
Thank you so much, Rachel. So as promised, we are going to share a little information about how the angels work with the dragons. And I want to talk about a specific archangel because we have kind of a fun story from last week around this. So Raphael, as Rachel was telling you, he is the healer. It's kind of neat because my guy that at my physical therapy place, his name is Raphael. And I said, do you know how amazing this is? Raphael's the Archangel of Healing. And last week, Tiffany and I were doing readings for our class, and I was doing a reading for Rachel, and Raphael came in and gifted Rachel a dragon. And I had never even seen that happening before, or knew that it could, but he gifted her an amazing emerald green, beautiful dragon to help her with the healing work that she does. And so I looked into it a little bit, and it's pretty amazing. And I think this is such a great topic for us to talk about tonight, is healing, because of the time that we're in. So much healing needs to be going on, not just physical healing, which definitely physical healing, but also emotional healing. Because whether we've gotten sick or not, we've still got all these emotions around everything that's going on in this crazy time. So what Rachel and I really want you to know is that Raphael, he holds the blueprint for your perfect health, for everybody's perfect health. And he can help you vibrate above any illness that comes your way, any ache, from any ache or pain to a really big illness. And so you can talk to Raphael and invite his beautiful emerald green healing light to you anytime. But you can also ask him to send you the dragons, because the emerald dragons, the dragons also have the vision of your perfect health. So they can help you as well. And they're cool because they can actually see any low vibrations that exist within you. These dragons can. And not just for what's going on now, but they can see the lower vibrations from past lives, from ancestral karma that you might have. And they can dive right in and help you burn up those lower vibrations to help you heal. So when you bring in Raphael and his dragons to work on you, it is incredibly powerful. And you can do that all on your own, just by finding a quiet place, and just all you have to do is ask. And there's many ways to ask. Rachel teaches a lot about this in her classes, about the different ways to reach out to the angels and to reach out to the dragons. There's so many different modalities, but just remember, really it's all about just asking, making sure that you're putting it out there for what you want. So we actually have another really powerful visualization for you, but I want to check in with Rachel. Is there anything else you want to kind of share right now? Did anything come to you that around what we were talking about that you want to share with everybody?
I'm being guided right now from the divine, from the angels, that they really want to help us, that they want to really let you know, dear one, that they are here to help you. They're here to help you, and that you deserve to ask for help from the angelic realm and from the dragons, that you are worthy of that. And to literally take this night tonight as permission to please give them permission to help you on a regular basis, and know that you deserve it. And you're not taking them away from anyone else or anything, because they are everywhere. They can be with you anytime, anywhere, and they can be with anyone 24/7, including Archangel Michael, who is called upon throughout the world, goodness knows how many times a day or even a minute. And he can be with everyone simultaneously, as he has no time and space restrictions. So I just wanted to add that in, to please know, don't think, oh, it's for somebody else, not for me. No, it's for you too. And please exercise your free will and give them permission to help you in your life and the dragons, and see what miracles and magic happen for you in your life.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's where we go a lot of times is, oh, this isn't a big deal and I shouldn't take their attention away, and other people need them more. But like Rachel was saying, there is no limit to any of this, and you're never taking an angel or dragon away from something else. And there are so many of them. They're here just for you, especially your own guardian angels. You have your own guardian angels. If you haven't met them yet, it is such an amazingly powerful thing to do. One of the first classes of Rachel's that I went to, she introduced me to my guardian angels. And again, I love the signs. I like the validation. And one of my guardian angels is Olivia. And I asked her on my way home, I'd like validation that I'm getting your name correctly. Is your name Olivia? Please show me that I'm getting that correctly. And I was watching TV that night, and I have a really big TV in my living room. And there was a commercial on. I don't even remember what it was for, but there was this little toddler running around in the commercial, and she ran straight at the camera for just a split second. And she was wearing a onesie, and the onesie said Olivia across the front of it.
I love it.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad I got your name correctly. Thank you for that. And oh, this kind of thing can happen all the time. You just have to open your heart, open your mind, and look for it. So we are going to, okay, I've got a chat. I just want to check really quick. Yes, we're definitely going to leave some time for Q&A at the end. This next visualization that we're going to do is going to be nice and quick. It's just going to be a couple minutes, but I want you to get an idea of what it's all about, because we did a visualization with the angels, and I want you to know that you can also do this with the dragons. So this particular visualization is to clear an obstacle away from your path in your life. The really neat thing about this visualization is you can know what the obstacle is or not, if you're just feeling stuck. So I just invite you all to just take a deep breath. You can close your eyes if you want to. It can be very helpful. And just relax and visualize yourself on a forest path. So you're in a very beautiful forest and you're walking along a path. And in this moment, in this forest, invoke an earth dragon. And now you can see him down the path as he comes plodding towards you. And as you reach each other along the path, he stops in front of you and you can feel how gentle this dragon is. Reach out and touch him. Sense how grounded he is. Now, sit on his back. Feel how strong he is underneath you as you move along the path together. And ahead of you, you see a log across the path. And when you see it, you might realize what it represents. Reach down and touch the log. And then watch as the earth dragon easily removes it off the path. And then the two of you move along together, knowing that that dragon has moved that obstacle away from your path. And then you turn around and he brings you back down along the path, back into a clearing. And as you slide down off of his back and you stand, you can look into his eyes and say, "Thank you for clearing that obstacle for me." When you're ready, just take a nice deep breath and put a smile on your face, knowing that as you move forward, things are just going to be a little bit easier. This is really, really nice. So we are going to open up for some questions and answers. We definitely want to share with you how you can reach out to Rachel and I and some of the other amazing women that are with us here tonight. And usually Geraldine will jump in and help with Q&A. So I'm going to see if that might happen in just a second. But I'm going to peek at the Facebook page too and see if there she is. We've had so much wonderful interaction in there. Not a lot of questions, but people are just kind of mentioning things, what they know about dragons. And I think they're having a really good time listening to this fun content. Dragons and angels. Oh, wait, Geraldine, it sounds like they can't hear us right now. Yeah. Can you guys hear?
Gloria says she can hear Geraldine.
She says she can't hear Geraldine.
Oh, can't hear Geraldine.
On the Facebook page, Geraldine.
Can you hear her now?
Can you hear me now? I don't know. That's
Mom, can you let us know if you can hear Geraldine now?
I'm not sure how to fix that. Nothing has changed.
No. Okay. Well, we will, if you want to ask us what the questions are, we'll just repeat them until we hear.
Let's do that. Let's make sure that, okay, wonderful.
They can hear you now, honey.
Okay, it must have been a little temporary glitch. Sometimes our restream doesn't like to communicate with Facebook, so please bear with us when we have those little issues. But this will be edited and uploaded on our channel, so you can go ahead and check that out afterwards. My first question is really about and this is, I'm going to start with Rachel, about the angels. You know, I've also had an incredibly powerful experience with angels. And so my question is, what is the exchange that occurs? Or can you tell us a little bit more about the back end of these angels? You know, the origin, the history of these angels, you know, from my perspective, from the creation story of the world. You know, we talk about the fallen angels and then the angels and the archons and all these aspects. What's your take on that? And how did they come to be historically?
Wow, those are big questions.
Feel free to answer as much, you know, whatever you
Yeah,
wish to share. Yeah.
absolutely. But I mean, I do know that from what my own personal knowledge and my knowing is that the angels have been here since before time. Like they're just timeless, and and um and you know they're referred to in the Bible and referred to many ancient texts of many religions throughout the world. So it's really very powerful. And really, when it comes down to it, it's all about that we are not alone. And that timeless message, which is so relevant always, that they are here to help us and to support us in our lives and to help us through, you know, anything from the mundane to intense situations, like even stories from the Bible around that. And um, they really are here to help us. And again, I'm just inviting you to check it out for yourself and to try to give them a chance and ask them to help you and see what happens. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks, Jer.
wonderful. Thank you for that. And so about dragons, I'd love to shift the question to you. Same question. The origins of dragons historically, do you know a little bit about that and how they came to be? Because it seems like our perception of dragons seems to want to connect more to pagan or cult religions, you know. So, you know, at what point do we get that? And also, there's a lot of influence from Asian cultures and Chinese. You know, I guess I'm not sure the origin of at what point dragons came into Chinese culture, but it's very big in the origin of connecting with natural elements and you know, the fairies and the connection to earth communication. So what would you say in terms of the origin of that? Does it come from Asia, or where is the origin of dragons?
Well, I wouldn't say that the origin of dragons comes just from Asia, but it makes sense that there's a lot of dragons that in that nationality because it's an ancient civilization, and dragons have been around since the beginning of the planet. They were here when the planet was developed, and they thrived in the ancient worlds, and people could see them, and they were a big part of what was going on. And there's so much still around what they're doing because they have that memory and because they were here from the beginning of our planet. They're the biggest thing that weighs on their hearts is helping heal our planet.
Okay.
So, and of course, media and so often it's scary, and there's the Dragon Slayer. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know the history of when that kind of happened and started to come into our culture. I'm sure I could do research and find out. All I know is they're amazingly wonderful and loving. And when I went to Africa to work on healing the land with the dragons, I just really felt that intense passion among them to restore this planet to the positive vibrational planet that it was when it was created, as opposed to what's happened to it since then. And we all can help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing. And it actually takes me to my next question. What is the connection between working with dragons and the land? And does it have to do with ley lines? You know, does it have to do with the energetic grids of the earth? What exactly? And then how do we know which dragons, and do certain dragons live within certain ley lines or runways of specific energy or frequency?
So yes, and ley lines, we could go into ley lines all night long, but if you don't know what ley lines are, you can certainly look into it. But they are energetic lines within our planet. I'm going to try to put this super simple, and Kathleen's nodding, and maybe she can jump in here and talk a little bit about it too, because I didn't learn about ley lines until I started working with the dragons. But they're there and they're critical to our Earth's health, and they do amazing things. They help the birds migrate. They just they're energetically these amazing runways within our Earth, and the big intersections actually are near or under some of our planet's most amazing wonders, like the pyramids and Stonehenge and things like that. And what's happening right now is the dragons are working on healing and repairing these energetic lines. So when we work as dragon masters to help them to do that, we call them in and invoke them to work in certain areas, and it just works towards healing the planet. And that's one of the things I went and did in Africa, and it was, I mean, thousands. There's so many dragons. I worked with them there, and I also worked with them in California after we were having so many riots. And they come and they clear negative energy and they help repair, especially in those bigger intersections. And I would love to invite Kathleen to jump in with whatever she's thinking, because I can just see her brain buzzing, and I know that she has something.
It is buzzing. It's like, First of all, ladies, Rachel and Jill, that was amazing. I loved both of the intersections of the angels and the dragons. And I've worked with angels before, but I've worked with somebody who helps me with angels. I don't do angel work. I'm also the receiver, the patron of the arts there. And I've never really worked with dragons either, but I very much resonated with them. And I think it is because of feng shui that I do. So and like you said, we could talk about this, and maybe you and I can do maybe into next year, talk about dragons from these two perspectives. But first of all, a dragon in the Chinese astrology, it is the only mystical animal of all of them. The rest are farm animals or pets or whatever. We can see them and touch them, but a dragon is the only mystical animal. A snake is considered a terrestrial dragon because it has the same type of form, which you alluded to with the water dragon when you were talking about before. We also have the 5 elements. So we have the wood dragon, the water dragon, the fire dragon, etc., the earth dragon. So we have all of those dragons as well. From a feng shui perspective, any landform is considered a dragon. So we all live in the San Francisco Bay Area. I don't know where our listeners are coming in from today, but truthfully, if you look at any mountain range, and it's great for me, I just get such a thrill when I'm in an airplane because I can see the land form. So the land form is those ridges. That's considered a dragon vein. We want those dragon veins to come and nourish our buildings. And that's truly what feng shui is about. Grabbing the energy from that mountain, because it's the earth that moves under our feet, right? And that energy, we want to harness it and bring it into our space. So for me, this whole dragon conversation was amazing. And I can't wait to continue to learn more. And I look forward to really diving a little bit deeper into the mystical and methodology of dragons, and I'd like to talk to you about what we can create for this community. So because I think it could be an amazing experience. So again, I could go on for hours, but I'll zip it. Thank you with all.
Thank you, Kathleen.
That was wonderful.
We had a question from the Facebook page.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Jill. You want to?
So someone on the Facebook page just asked Rachel if you can just answer real quickly. Do angels have genders?
Great question.
Great question. I feel that when it comes down to it, the angels can be either gender, and they also really ultimately transcend gender. However, Archangel Michael comes across as extremely masculine in his energy, right? And his presence, and is a very strong, powerful energy. And then we have some more gentle, feminine archangels as well, such as Haniel, the Archangel of moon cycles. But when it comes down to it, they really can come in either form. And Gabriel, the Archangel, the communication and messenger Archangel, is depicted as both masculine and feminine. So it really depends on how you view Archangel Gabriel, and really both work. So that's my answer to that question.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the question here from YouTube is what do the angels represent and when should we use the different kinds of angels? Are there certain angels that are good for something as opposed to others? Is there?
Okay, great question. So I would answer that in two ways. One is feel free to call upon the angels for anything, whether it's your guardian angels or the archangels, but they do have their fortes, such as Archangel Michael, around protection, around clearing negative and dark energy. So you can call upon him for that. But really, when it comes down to it, if you don't remember a particular name of an archangel or an angel, it's all good. It could just be angels, please help me, or archangels help, whatever it is, or protection archangel, archangel of finding things, please help me. And they always come through. Yes.
And then any other angels you want to kind of talk about? Just so we know, like for any other
Sure.
things, just so because they're asking like any
Any other
for
things?
healing or is there a certain one for
Yes.
healing or a certain one for love or
And you might want to mention Metatron, Rachel.
Metatron? That's a huge one. Yes.
Right, Metatron as well. So yes, Metatron is an archangel who's amazing at helping us to set our priorities and helping us to get organized and motivated. He also can help clear our chakras in our bodies as well. And healing Archangel Raphael. I was showing this picture earlier. I'm not sure if it's working, what I'm doing, but Raphael, the healing archangel, can support us with healing, whether it's physical or emotional for ourselves or a loved one. So I would say when it comes down to it, healing, call upon Raphael, Michael for protection. You can call upon Metatron as well to help you get organized and motivated. And then I would add in Gabriel as an archangel to call upon for clear communication, whether it's speaking or in your relationships.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. And I do have one more question. What do wings mean? Is there representation? What are wings all about?
Very good question. Well, the wings depict the angels. And really, when it comes down to, I believe the angels are energy, but way back, like in the beginnings of time and even beyond, depictions in art of angels depict them with the wings. And I feel like on some, or maybe not even some level, it's like a calling card that it really is the angelic realm when the wings appear. But when it comes down to it, they are completely unconditionally loving divine beings of light. And they appear with wings or even finding feathers, signs of them for you to know that the angels are with you.
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
And for both of you, the final question when we summon these beings into our existence to help us and assist us in healing and protection, does our frequency matter? The frequency that we're at when we connect with them?
Want to answer that, Jill?
I'm almost thinking I'm going to have a different answer than almost all of you might on this call.
That's great. That's great.
But I'm just going to go with what my heart is telling me in this moment is that no, because they're here to help you and help us. And don't feel like you have to change you to get that help. If you're in a place where you're not vibrating at a high level, you can ask for the help to get there. So yes, it's wonderful to sit and and get in a wonderful vibrational place and help attract these wonderful beings to you, but never let that stop you from calling for help, because it's in our biggest times of need that they want to be here and they want to help us. But I will tell you, dragons love to dance. So if you need to raise your vibrational level, if you put on your favorite music and you crank it up and you dance around and you imagine them with you, they are there and they're having a rockin' good time with you because they absolutely love the joy around music, whatever music you love. So my answer to that question is never let that stop you. But yes, when you can vibrate on a nice high energetic level, you're going to attract those wonderful things to you and around you.
I see. So at any time, they are an extension of our own higher expression, perhaps. on the highest level then. Very good. Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you both so much for all your wisdom and the information that you help share with us to learn more about these beautiful beings. And if you guys want to get a session, either an angel reading or work with our wonderful Dragon Master, please connect with Jill Stein and Rachel Cooley, and their information will be listed down below. And if you guys would like to connect with any of other amazing healers here today, please do check us out. And you can visit higherhealing.com. Thank you so much for being here. And to everyone that's here, all my love. And we will see you at our next event coming up in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.